Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, where today we praise the sun. No, that's a different game. Today's BattleTech, as with every morning, where we play BattleTech. The backer beta.
Welcome, Commander.
Still no updates. Today, I kind of want to just play a game. But I can't bring myself to not poke at something. So, what I'm going to do is set myself up. I think we end up at battle today. And what I want to try and poke at is the assertion that many of my online friends have been making that you can get easy kills with a combination of knockdowns and autocannon 10 fire to the head once you get called shots. I've not particularly tried to leverage that tactic myself in any of the games I've played, but I do want to see if it's something that I can very easily set up. Then that probably means maybe there's some tuning that needs to be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself up with a couple of Centurions with the AC-10. There's my bad boy, the CN-9A. I got two of those. And then I'm going to set myself up with a pair of Kintaros, which is so hysterical to me that I keep coming back to the Kintaro, as I've previously expressed my, not disdain exactly for the chassis, but, I'm not the biggest fan. But it is a missile boat, and we're over. All right, so take it up a notch. We're going to take it up a notch. We're going to punch above our weight because we've proven we can do that. Let's get ourselves some Kintaros. And there we go. And then pilot-wise, I'm going to take good pilots because what I want to try, I want to try and see if I've got decent, if I've got some decent skill on my side. We've already established that it's pretty easy to roll the opponent, but I really want to try and leverage hitting with as many missiles as I can off a Kintaro salvo, and then getting a knockdown so that my Centurions can follow up with AC-10 rounds to the face. So guys with good gunnery are where we're going to be. I think we pick pilots for the Centurions that have good gunnery, but also if they have precise shot. Let's see if we can find. I know Sumo's in the second slot, so we probably won't have to move him. Bulwark, Angel of Death, Sensor Lock, my scrubs. Okay, they must all be in my squad already. What do we got? So Sumo has got precise shot. Witness, no. Apex has precise shot. Apex has a good. Okay, so we need to move some things around here. Buckshot, you get there. Apex, you go there. All right, so we got Sumo and Apex in my autocannon equipped mechs, and we just want mech warriors with decent gunnery to back them up. Let's go with Ozone and Paradise because I don't want to just take the best shots here. I want to take guys that, if you were in a campaign game and you were trying to leverage this tactic, assuming that it works, then ideally you'd want to put your kind of middling gunnery guys in the Kintaros or in your SRM splat mechs, because you're going to spread the damage anyway, and you have a lot of individual chances to hit. So put those guys in those mechs with the understanding that you're going to miss some of the missiles, but that's fine. Like, we're not necessarily trying to maximize an SRM-18 to the guy's face. We're trying to apply as many missiles as we can, but we don't care necessarily if every single one hits. We just need to cause enough stability damage to force knockdowns. And then on the other side, since I got my pilot set up, let's give the other team something with some punch. Let's see. Striker. This is a dangerous lance. I could see this being mean. They put Showboat in the Victor, presumably for Angel of Death, which seems like I'm going to actually make this a little bit harder on myself. I'm going to put a good shot in there, Victor. And Arclight also is... she's fine. Alright, she's fine. We'll just leave the rest the way it is. So, we're all set up. Map. I'm kind of just going to get right into the enemy's face. I don't need to dance around the terrain too much. So, let's head up to Alpine River and Foggy Day. We'll take advantage of some fog. Fog of war, as it were. So one of the things that I probably have mentioned it before, or at least it's been talked about online, is the autocannon sequence of weapons for the purposes of this game have had their damage values tweaked. And this is why people are saying that the AC-10 is actually probably one of the most dangerous weapons in the game, because instead of, in the tabletop game, damage going 2, 5, 10, 20, they normalize that curve based on kind of the weight of the weapons, and instead it's 25, 50, 75, 100, which means in tabletop terms an autocannon 10 is doing 15 damage instead of 10 damage, which on the face of it doesn't seem like much, but when you look at head armor and head structure, that is now enough damage to just simply head cap a mech. Tabletop, you wouldn't have been able to do that. For the purposes of this game, let's see if we can pull that off a bit. Alright, so Alpine Valley, got your river, got your rocks. Always tend to engage down in here. I kind of want to fight over a slightly different piece of terrain, so I'm going to head up and to the left over here. So let's get cracking.
Yeah. Confirm. I'm rolling.
Let's get my lance moving here. I'm not intending necessarily to make the enemy team single file toward me. I just have a hunch that that's how they're going to behave anyway, so if I can leverage that a little bit, you know, focus fire my SRM salvos on the first mech in line, and then follow up with the headhunter autocannons.
Aye, aye. Yeah. Heading out. Reporting. Affirmative, Commander.
Paradise, buddy, you need to pick up the plow. You're falling behind. There we go. Hey, we know it's a heavy mech. Boy, it's nice to have pilots with real skills. See yesterday's video for an explanation of that comment. Alright, so light, medium, medium, assault. No, this was light, medium, heavy assault. That means this guy is master tactician, which is cute. Alright, so let's...
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I'm just going to reserve. I want them to come to me. I have the high ground. Trying to get a line of vision to see where this ridge in front of my mechs really starts to obscure things. Let's move, since their assault mech is still well out of sensor range, let's move my Kitaros up.
Yes, Commander.
Paradise, what have you been doing?
Moving out.
Hanging out in the... Oh. Thought we was going to take the long way around the rock, but no, apparently we're just going to climb over it.
Standing by.
Alright, let's get ourselves just set up for a firing line.
Moving to position.
They're probably within a turn or two of making it to line of sight.
Something I can do. Piece of cake.
And their assault doesn't even get into sensor range. Let's keep holding back. Make them come to us. Is he actually going to make line of sight? Nope. Probably neither here. Okay, let's check this terrain a bit. This ridge is very pronounced, so I'm curious at what point up the hill are they going to have to move to finally get line of sight on my team, and vice versa. So for now, I'm just going to hold position.
Yeah? What can I do you for? Ready to rock. What's the plan?
So if I were the enemy team and I were trying to play this smart, which we've already established the AI is not the brightest. If I saw a sensor, oh lords. If I saw a sensor lineup that was just 4 mechs standing on the top of a hill like this in a line, I sure as shit would just not walk up this hill. But hey. AI be AI-in. Is he gonna get line of sight? There we go. Alright, let's put this theory to the test. Also, is he pulling back to indirectly fire LRMs? Sure, go for it, duder. Go to town. We're conducting science up here on your buddy. Alright, so we want to start with the Kintaros. We want to simply plant and plow. Got plenty of heat scale. I'm going to fire the LRMs even though they're a bad percentage to hit, because even if a missile sneaks through, that's some extra stability damage that we want. Yeah. Ooh, lots of dodges. So there's a slight counter to that. Although lost evasive, knocked him unsteady with just a single salvo. So if we go to Kintaro number 2, I have a good feeling that this probably knocks this quick draw down. Although there's a lot of missiles that whiffed there. There we go. Alright, knockdowns. That's what we want. So, 2 salvos from Kintaro's. We've opened up its right arm. We dinged up one of the other armor panels. I think it was the center torso. Yeah. I mean, we've spread damage around pretty liberally. But the important thing is head is clean. So it's at 60 total health. My AC 10, 75 damage. I think if we just move on. Do I move up? I don't think there's any real penalty to moving up. Or called shot. My AC 10 is 90% chance to hit. I'm going to turn off these other ones, because what we're really trying to do is land that head hit and cap it.
Engaging target.
Head cap.
Enemy down.
God, you could not get a more textbook execution of that tactic. And so in a single 3/4 of a turn's worth of fire, we have removed their heavy from the game. We've fired 36 SRMs plus some lasers and a single autocannon 10 to the head. And it did exactly what everyone is saying. You get the knockdown, you just AC-10 to the face. That is brutal. So let's do it again. Hey, Sumo.
What's up, Commander?
Hang out, man.
No problem.
So, okay. Quick draw. Sure. It's a heavy, though. I mean, that was 3 mechs worth of fire on a heavy. We did head cap it. If I didn't head cap it, it's probably not dead. We're just going to let the enemy team come to us as they continue to flail about with their light. That was a Jenner back there, I believe. Keep.
An intelligent man understands the need for patience.
Right you are, Paradise. Right you are. That said, let him get the first shot. That's fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Alright, here we go. So, I'm going to give line of sight. End up giving line of sight to... Oh, there we go. So if I go here, it's obscured down to the medium mech down in the gully, while getting a clear line of sight on the Victor. %90 chance to hit. We still have the heat headroom, the LRM-5. Less chance to hit, but that's fine. Oh! Hey, shut myself down. That's a mistake.
Shut down.
But
Cooler off.
if this turn goes to plan,
Aye, aye.
it won't matter. So let's see. Get here, get here. Here. Nope, don't like that. We just kind of are... Just kind of in it here. Actually, can I... What do I get from here? Indirect fire. Nope. We want to walk up on this dude and bury him in SRMs. Stability-wise, he's under threat of being knocked down. Let's not shut down both Kintaros in the same turn. Drop the mediums. We do want to let loose with mostly everything. Let's drop the LRM because I'm curious. I don't think we'll need it. 18 SRMs at 90% chance to hit. This
He's going down.
should go the way I want it to. And down he goes. Down goes Frazier. Alright.
Awaiting orders.
Apex.
On the move.
Who's already got 1 kill to her name today. Head cap. AC 10. 90% chance to hit.
Affirmative.
Head cap.
Smoke.
Wow. Just wow. This is mean. Alright, Sumo.
Something I can do.
I don't know. I think you could just supervise, honestly. It's not like we really apparently need you to do anything. Because 3 mechs have downed 2 mechs in the course of 2 turns without fail in a way that salvages all of its equipment. Let's throw some stability damage on this guy. Just because I think we've proved the point. I think the first 2 mechs have overwhelmingly proved the point that was being made here. You get your knockdown, and then you just blow the cockpit out of the target. Do we even... I mean, the Kintaro's going to get a chance to move. So let's see, who was shut down? Ozone was shut down. We'll make him move. We'll get him restarted. Let the Kintaro do its thing. Ooh, am I going to go knockdown? Wasn't knocked down. Alright, so we're not going to get one of the Kintaro's worth of fire on this guy. Yeah. So I think we try and use Sumo to apply some stability damage. It's not going to be a lot. In fact, it'd be better if I could get those LRMs to be Not in short range, but that's fine. We'll just throw garbage at him. Get a head hit. Yeah, so not nearly as much stability damage from that attack as from the Kintaros. Paradise, if you would be so kind as to slather this Kintaro in missiles. You are also running really hot. You're going to shut down. So, screw it. If we're going to shut down with style. Send all the guns out. And okay, so we got unsteady, but we didn't get the knockdown. Let's see, Apex. So let's see, if she knocks it down, and we go into the next turn, I think I'll get one mech to activate before the Kintaro, which gives me a chance to headcap it. So what's the best way to inflict the remaining stability damage we need to do on this guy? Is it to just fire all the guns, or is it to throw a melee attack? I don't think it's a melee attack. I have this sneaking suspicion based on conversations I've seen that the melee attacks don't do nearly as much stability damage as you would want. Or expect, even. So we are just going to make this...
Targeting for an alpha strike.
That's solid. Can we get some missiles in there, please? Head hit, pilot injured, but we did not knock it down. So we'll just have to knock it down next turn, as we have in the past. Hey, the Jenner finally showed up. Too little, too late, dude. All right. Ozone, who should be pretty chilly at this point. Let's move him onto this ridge. Let's get in there. Let's skip the medium lasers to save a little bit of heat this turn, since we may need it the next. We'll leave the LRMs in for splatter stability damage. This should drop the Kintaro to the ground. Yep. Cool. Alright. Oh, but he's going to get to stand up. Forgot about that part. So what I should have done was use one of my Centurion. Yeah, you're fine. Should have used one of my Centurions to, as a turn sink, let the Kintaro do its thing, then knock it down with my two Kintaros, and finish it with the Centurion. But one of my Kintaros was already overheated, so
Here we go.
a little bit of rough execution here in terms of pulling this tactic off.
Commander?
Let's just for the sake of heat, let's turn all that off. Let's just hit him with the autocannon.
Target marked.
See how much stability. Yeah, so we get a little bit of stability damage. Also blew the torso off. That's Sumo. Sumo, we're trying to get salvage here, bud.
Awaiting orders.
I know it's hard when you're just kind of firing your guns at things. You don't really have a lot of choice in the matter, but
Taking the shot.
jeez, and she almost took the other torso off. But we did apply a bit of stability damage to Kintaro. This Jenner, it's kind of whatever. We'll let it do its thing.
Yeah, that was good.
Oop, oop, hello. Hello. Paradise got rocked. Alright. Alright, what are we at?
Standing by.
Skipper.
Ozone's got some heat scale.
Yes, Commander.
Paradise has some heat scale, although he's got to stand up. Kintaro's going to get to move first. So let's not repeat that mistake from last round. We're going to have
Yeah?
Sumo go first. Why don't Sumo, buddy old pal, why don't you take care of this Jenner that's standing right in front of you? 65% chance to hit with the auto. That's probably a refire penalty. Target move, target size, refire. Yep. Because these are going to be target move, target size, weapon accuracy. Ugh. Refire penalties, man.
I'll make them dead.
But she's going to miss with that. Dodge both lasers. I should just thrown a punch.
Oh.
Would have been more efficient, and we wouldn't have heard him belly aching. Oh, that's unfortunate. You're fine, Paradise. Stand up, shake it off. All you gotta do is plant a bunch of lasers into that, or missiles into that guy. Although you're missing some missiles. It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Here we go.
65's to hit. You know what? Let's throw inspiration on him to ensure
People don't know who you're dealing with.
that these missiles get home.
Locking on target.
Although it's probably gonna blow off that side torso in the process. Yep. So this is a case where this tactic is because of my slightly out of sync coordination. This tactic is backfiring on me. We have stripped this mech virtually of all its weapons. We are about to core it out. So there's, at this point, there's no reason
Aye, aye.
to try and pursue the tactic any further.
Ready to rock.
That said, if you're really scrounging, I think you try and follow through on the tactic. We're going to get an overheat warning. Let's back off of that. It's got 26 in the center torso. If 3 of the missiles hit the CT, this thing just blows up. Out of 18 missiles launched, so 1 out of every 6 missiles. This thing's probably just going to eat it. Yeah. Yep.
Watch my heat.
Although, is the SRM-6 in the... It can't fit in the head. Had to have been in the center torso. Oh, man. So much for salvaging that guy. Alright, so, let's clean this up.
Awaiting orders.
Sure, why not? Let's just punch the
Moving
stupid
out.
thing. We're in a Centurion.
Attempting physical attack.
Oh, wow. Alright.
Failed to connect.
Dance, little Jenner, dance. Take your shot, because you're probably not going to get another one. Ooh! Well, he made it count. Credit where credit is due. Let's splatter this bug. Shutdown warning. Heat's a thing. Can we get any other positions to melee from? Nope, he's gonna run all the way around. That's fine. 90% chance to hit seems pretty good. And it's probably gonna take off an arm or torso. Close.
Standing by.
What's that you say? Impromptu punch club? Impromptu punch club. Also, we did manage to create a knockdown off of just 2 melee attacks, so maybe the melee attacks do more stability damage than I was giving it credit for. Which means Sumo actually has, not for the refire penalty. We don't have inspiration to offset it. Let's try it. Let's try and take the head cap shot on this thing. No, I want to weapons fire. There we go. Head. I think either I miss or I hit it in the center torso. Alright then. Ah well. Making a move to kick. It seems really ill-advised when your whole center torso is... Your whole torso is dinged up. Then again... This guy's not going down without a fight.
Yes, Commander.
Credit where credit is due.
Commander.
Hey, Apex. Oh, you're on the ground.
Something I can do.
Ozone, turn around and just smack this thing in the face, please.
10-4.
Swat it with a rolled up newspaper. Ooh, right through the back. Alright, well, that'll get us some good salvage. But I think the point is pretty clearly proven if you can set it up and can keep your coordination down. Massed missiles for stability damage. Follow it with an AC-10 called shot to the head. 11 rounds, 24 minutes. Pretty short. And we head capped a quick draw. And we head capped a victor. And if salvage rights are liberal enough, that's some good salvage. You just replace the cockpits on both, hose them out, repair them, and you get a little bit of armor repair to do, so maybe some internal structure on this arm, a little bit. That's some good salvage. I mean, thinking ahead to the potentials during a campaign game, if I could set up, for instance, I'm thinking like if it's early game in the campaign and you've only got access to maybe some limited lights and mediums and whatnot, what would I pick to try and pull this tactic off? I think what I would ideally want, if I could get Centurions, that would be great, because the stock Centurion A just has that autocannon 10. And then for the SRM swarms, for the missile swarms, I'm racking my brain as to like what in the light and medium brackets would you grab. I mean, you could grab Kantaros if you had availability, but if you didn't, say we could bring just a Centurion and a smattering of lights, what would you bring? If I could refit Jenners with more than their single missile launcher, like if we could make a splat style Jenner, which will entirely depend on what the mech lab allows, if it follows a hard point scheme or whatever, that would probably be optimal. You might be able to get away with it with stock commandos with the SRM variant, because if you're throwing 10 SRMs, 10 SRMs, 10 SRMs, it's not 36 like we were getting out of these Kantaros, but 30 SRMs is substantial and probably enough to cause a knockdown. We might want to test that, actually. I think we'll follow this video up with another video to try and test that out, and then follow it up with the Centurion head cap. But as for today, we are going to take our salvage and run. As always, I'm Captain Nips. Thank you for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video.